Hi everyone and welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast, episode 25.
Is it 25?
Yeah, episode 25.
Louise, yeah.
Appreciate everyone that listens to last week's one. I know it's out now, obviously our Halloween little special we did.
Yeah.
Appreciate that everyone.
Enjoyed that.
And also giving us ratings on Spotify, all the followers and subscribers obviously on
Every
YouTube as well.
platform, yeah,
Any
yeah.
platform as well, on Twitch
Yeah.
and stuff like that. We appreciate it. I say I'm one of your hosts, Sean. I'm here, my other co-host, Josh.
What's up?
And every week we talk about our businesses that we have, and I go through anything that's going on in the gaming world, and Josh covers everything that's going on in the Warhammer and tabletop world as well. So, yeah, I mean, I know we didn't do last week because obviously we had the little special, so we caught up on a little bit of news. There's been so much to catch up on, and even this week has been crazy, even yesterday as well. But we'll get into that all this week as well for you guys. So without further ado, I think we'll go into the business talk first.
Yes.
And I know you definitely got...
Well, let's start. What have you got? Because I've got stuff.
I haven't really got anything this week, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, still going to be, obviously, next week, probably going to go out handing some leaflets out and stuff when I'm off to work next week. Try and trump up some business and stuff like that. But yeah, as I say, just hit me up on Instagram and stuff like that. Actually, this is what the webpage got sorted out, to tell a lie.
There we go. Here we go.
The
Yeah.
webpage got sorted out, but I haven't actually made it maybe live yet. But we've changed everything on there, like we've done the back end stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, I've got a bit more than that.
Yes, you do.
I guess I'll start with, and I kept it quite concise because I know the last time I did a market, I kind of gave quite a big breakdown, but I think this time, I think I talked about it before, I kind of knew what to expect and what I expected happened, I guess. I guess I'll go pros and cons. So pros it was a nice area and the atmosphere was very nice. It was quite chill. I think if there was a tabletop market in that similar format, I think it'd be great. I think it would really do something. And particularly on a Sunday, because they have the food market out the front as well, the traffic was way better. I think one thing I learned from that is I think I would, with these markets where like it's not necessarily, at least Brick Lane's a bit different, I think, as much as we've talked about that. I think Brick Lane's still got a bigger profile than like with West Norwood. I think with markets like that where they're slightly small and obscure, I'd probably only do the Sundays because I think people typically go markets on a Sunday. So I learned that, which is fine. And again, I've said before, this whole thing's a process to learn. Yeah. So I guess we've learnt that after doing a few, which is probably a good thing. The other nice thing is I met a few people that actually do the hobby, a couple of customers. One was an ex-Games Workshop employee, which was pretty cool. And he was a designer. He's doing stuff now. He designs like, the wooden paint racks that you see, the MDF ones. Okay. He designs those and sells those. It's what's it called? Dragon something. I can't remember the name. But like he designs that and does that. So that guy was very much involved in the hobby. And some of the things he suggested that he did in his early days, like he was saying about in the little flat he used to have before he moved to London, he'd have like a small compressor and stuff where he was making like metal miniatures and stuff like that. So like the advice was good. And a lot of the advice he said was stuff that I'm conscious of in the back of my head. Now there's a difference between being conscious and actually doing it. But I felt good that he was reiterating what I need to do again, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think it was nice. And a few people I met and they took my cards and like one chap shook my hand and said he'll be in contact because I explained everything about 3D printing to him, which was quite nice. So that portion of it, and that was on the Sunday, was really nice. Okay. I guess the cons to it, and as I said, we were very niche compared to everything else that was there, which is expected. And again, I only tell you this is to reaffirm the experience, not to, become patronizing or, what's the word? Hypocritical, like a hypocrite or anything. But yeah, it's very niche. The demographic for the most part was like families, and I'd say people that were probably 60 plus. Yeah,
older.
Yeah. Again, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I kind of gathered that from the Saturday, so it just was more of it on the Sunday, right? Weekend was low on sales. The only sale we did do was the Sunday, which is still a small sale. But again, I reaffirm, those types of markets will just be Sundays. I think that was the lesson. So it was, again, another market of learning. I'm still working on doing the Christmas boxes for the Brick Lane ones. We've still got a few weeks before that. So I've got the paints and the brushes for that. Again, it's like cheap acrylic paints. There's nothing, they're all designed to be gifts, not. So still working on that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Brick Lane now with sort of the ideas and what I've talked about on the back of that. And there's that. So yeah, market's done. So the next one will be Brick Lane in December, the 1st, 6th and 7th, the first weekend of December.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. So look out for that. Next is some good news. Is I picked up a few commission jobs after talking about doing commissions.
Yes.
And I thank Sean from Brush Liquor Club because he added me to the person in this. I'm in like a Warhammer community on WhatsApp, and there's one of them's a 3D printing group. He added me at the person that made a request to print a few things. If you Starline Forge Instagram, you'll see some of them in the story of a couple of the things I printed. But yeah, and then now on the back of that, since putting that, he's asked for a third piece to be printed, which I'm currently printing now. So that's been a really good turn. And it still, again, reiterates, I need to get commission parameters in place. I've got like an idea, but a lot of it's like verbal so much as, so I've got to work on that. But yeah, that was good. I was quite happy about picking the commissions up. And I do take commissions. If you send us an email or whatever, I'll work it out with you and work out it's a fair price as well. And then again, as I said, prep has begun on Brick Lane. It's a small amount. And also on the website, I've basically got all the new scenery. I think what I thought about today is I think I'm going to relaunch the site. I'm not going to take it down and put it back up. But I think once I've got all the stuff in place, I'm going to relaunch the site because I've just got all of the scenery sets done. So all the scenery I've backed on Kickstarter with a commercial license, I've created to make it easier for me, I've created like small packs. Yeah. So some of them, they have like millions of parts, especially like Black Sheep Scenery. I've been working quite closely with him. We've actually got quite a good rapport now where he's the last couple of Kickstarters, he's given me a commercial license on a personal backing and stuff like that. So yeah, been having a really good conversation with him, and his sets, they've got tons of stuff, so I've shrunk it down. So like my trench diorama, there's tons of stuff. So I've set it up where I've got like one trench, like straight trench line, and then I've got a couple of other packs to sort of boost that up. Try that out, and then eventually I'll add more. And I guess for transparency, from a business point of view, I guess it will be I can launch new packs like as if I've just got it, if you know what I mean. I get so it. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it'll be. And again, I guess if people, I'll put a section on there. If people want custom stuff where I haven't got the stuff on the website, if you want a whole diorama and you want it to look in a particular way, we can obviously work with all the extra bits I've got and figure out how that looks. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And then lastly, last week's episode, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that was super fun.
It was different. Yeah, and I think you'll probably see another. We talked about it a little bit about another episode we want to do. I'm even thinking just now, I was thinking earlier, that could be a Christmas special.
Could be. Could do something else.
No, anyway, it's all, do you know what I mean? We're spitballing. Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it and got to learn a little bit more about us. I know you learned more about me. Yeah. But yeah, that's all the business update. Sorry, that was quite a bit there.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think we're going to dive into some more.
Tabletop, yeah. I'll cover the news first.
Yeah.
As there's an ample supply of...
Probably is.
Ample supply. So...
A lot of catching up to do.
Boy. There's probably one bit that's from last week, and the rest of it's pretty much this week, because loads of stuff happened this week, and it's happening tonight, no less. So I'll start with, if you all remember back to Warhammer Quest Darkwater. So I'm just underlining something. Warhammer Quest Darkwater. So, they were revealing the models, and I covered 2.
Yes.
Last week they revealed another one, and then this week they revealed a 4th.
I didn't see that one.
Did you know I posted it on Instagram? This guy's just...
I'm trying to remember because I remember the other small one, but I don't think I saw this one.
So there was the knight, the Manticore knight, and then the dwarf.
Dwarf, yeah, I saw the dwarf.
And then there was 2 more.
Probably did. Because it was last week, it was...
Yeah.
Maybe I did.
I think I didn't even do it a justice post. I think I just kind of was like, look at this. Yeah. So 2 models, Bren Tylis and then Inara Scion. And they're 2 different characters. So one is a mercenary and the other one is a spiritual warrior. So I'll cover both now. Sorry, I need to have a bit of water.
That's all right.
So Bren Tylis is the renegade saint. Their role, they're a mercenary heroine, so it's female, with an ancestral ties to the Jade Abbey. So she has ancestors that are actually part of the Jade Abbey where the Darkwater's set. And so her weapon of choice is like a big, dual-handed sword. You know, kind of like Conan the Barbarian style.
Oh yeah.
Dual-handed sword.
So,
She uses that, and it's kind of like a symbolization of her. Like she's quite big, strong cat. The model doesn't look super strong as you know, like big buff, but like she's designed to.
she's got that kind of industry.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's designed for her nature and how she comes across. And her personality, she's hardened, practical, and a fierce, independent warrior. Kind of works on her own. Doesn't really take rules too well. The only thing she has is that she's got that ever-lining like nag. That she's obviously got a legacy of people that are involved in the Jade Abbey where the game's set. So she's always got that worry about living up to that legacy. And into that legacy, so she's a descendant of Saint Yondara Tillis. So quite a big, thing, I guess, because there was a saint. You know, it's her family line's got a saint in it. And the saint is a warrior that basically defended the Jade Abbey when it was going through all this chaos and stuff before. So it's quite a significant family name.
Yeah,
I guess. So again, that's why it haunts her so much, because she's got to live up to that. And so basically what happened, which is quite cool, is she was obviously a mercenary doing her thing, and then her ancestor's spirit called to her and said that she needs to take up her mantle. Okay. So like when you look at the character, like some of the armor and like the greebles on her and the weapon, that's all her ancestor's equipment. And she basically had to steal it because the monks and the priests that would like with a chapel, there's armor, there's like a church, and then monks look after it and all that stuff. The monks were against her taking it because they didn't believe her, so she had to steal it anyway.
Almost like the Queen's jewels. And then
look at that, kind of like thing.
Gone in there
she's just gone. Yeah, I'm taking this because her ancestors told her to, and then now she's basically, it's kind of like a redeeming her life of like mercenarying through taking up her ancestors' mantle and trying to defend the abbey again.
She gets strength from the.
Yeah, she'll get buffs and benefits from having that stuff.
From the armor and stuff
yeah. So Bren's pretty cool. It's kind of like an atypical backstory. Oh, the spirit of my ancestor said I need to do this journey. Oh, I've gone to get the stuff from my... like in Oblivion when you do the Knights of the Nine quest. Oh, dear.
Oblivion is a no-no for me, guys.
Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Well, for those of you that are cultured, unlike this plonk... Knights of the Nine, you do a quest. It's basically like this. It was like this group of people that were, it's a religious group, and you had to be like you couldn't have any badness. You have to do a pilgrimage, all that stuff. It's kind of the same thing, because when you do that quest, you have to go pick up all the relics of the Night of the Nine, because they've all been cast around Oblivion, right? Tamriel even. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, Bren's pretty cool. I think it's quite a cool backstory. And then you got Inara Sion, and she's a spiritual. This one's cool because this is the one where she had did you see the picture where she had the liquid coming out of a cup and going into the sword?
Yes. No, I saw that picture.
You saw that one, yeah. So it might have been, I might have even missed Bren now, I think. But anyway, you've seen Inara, right?
Yeah, I've seen Inara.
Cool looking model. I was very excited when I saw it. I was like, this is the whole, even those 4 models so far, I'm like, I want to pick it up just because those models look really nice. It'd be a nice set to have. And so, yeah, so she's a spiritual warrior. She has divine and natural magical elements to her that she can use and cast, as you see in the model.
Like a wizard.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Her faith follows both Sigmar and Aliorili, which is both... Sigmar is like a religious, your typical god figure, right? And he's like... He's all about like fire and stuff, and then... Cerelia is like the nature element, and like Sylvaneth and stuff like that, natural abilities and stuff like that. And then like her equipment, she carries like the goblet that has the liquid in, and it's from the Everspring, which is like, again, magical pond. Like
like water kind of thing,
like the Lady in the Lake stuff from King Arthur and Excalibur and stuff.
All that stuff.
And she uses that to channel magic, like you see in the sword, where she's channeling that power into the sword. And so basically the significance of her is she's one of the last survivors of the Jade Circle, which was a group that was part of the Jade Abbey back when it obviously wasn't all Nurgle-ified. And she's joined this quest to purge it of Nurgle.
Oh, wow.
So she obviously wants to reclaim it back. So these last two characters have some intertwining story, which is quite interesting to see. I hope that comes out in like the way they play and their stats and stuff. I hope you get some synergies between all the characters. But yeah, those are the 2 new characters. They're pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. One funny thing I didn't see GW do, which I don't think I put here, but I remembered to bring it up, was when I talked about the leaks and there was that really blurry picture, and I put the picture here and you could see it and stuff, right? GW went back on their community site and posted that picture, pointed out all 4 of the characters and said, oh yeah, look, they're a bit blurry, but here's the actual characters. GW getting better with dealing with the leaks.
You have to.
They've got to, if they, but it was funny because it was the same exact picture and they just circled all the 4 characters where they were.
That's crazy.
And then when you look at the blur now that you know obviously beauty of hindsight, you look at it and you go, Christ, it's so obvious. Like it's so clear that they're who is who. Yeah, that was cool about that anyway. So there's that. So
that was your Insta. Who's that Pokemon? You just put who's that? Who's that Sigma?
Who's that Sigma? Yeah, that's funny. You're crazy. Next, something that got announced this week that I'm very, 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 very excited about.
Yes, what's that now?
Warhammer Survivors.
Oh
boy, I thought it was like an April Fool's in November even. Do you know what I mean? I thought they're winding us up. Absolutely not. It looked awesome as hell.
It looked really good.
I was laughing when I saw one of the abilities and it said Nuln Oil, and then the next phase it just had blots of Nuln Oil on the wicked. Love it. That's so funny. And for those of you that don't know, obviously you've got Vampire Survivors and Bolt Gun. So Vampire Survivors is his own game, and then Bolt Gun. Vampire Survivors is developed by Ponkel, and then Bolt Gun is developed by Orok Digital. And so they've come together as a team, and they're basically, I guess, Bolt Gun's developers' expertise with pixel art and already working with Warhammer, and then Ponkel's engine for Vampire Survivors is what they're using for this game. They've come together, made Warhammer Survivors. I'm going to keep saying Vampire Survivors. Warhammer Survivors. It's really cool stuff. It's across both universes, Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k.
Oh, sick! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's both, which is really cool. I mean, this game is. I'm quite easily pleased with stuff like this, so I'm very pleased.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? So in 40k, you get Malum Kaido, who's the main character from Bolt Gun.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting. Then you get Trooper Kozel Whiskey, who's a gritty Cadian soldier. And from what I saw in the trailer, when you upgrade him, he gets more Cadian soldiers that follows him. Very spicy. And then Brother Luca, who is just your general Space Marine intercessor. Which is fine. It's just a Space Marine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then in Age of Sigmar, you've got Neve Black Talon, which she's part of an elite. The Black Talons are an elite like assassin group for the Stormcast. So you get that. Then you've got Gortek Gurnistion. Gortek's basically like a dwarf. He's a legendary dwarf.
Yeah.
And you see him in tons of stuff. So yeah, we've got to play him. And then Sharin Azurath, who's a powerful warrior mage. So yeah, those are the characters. There's not much more than that, to be honest, in terms of detail and the way the game's going to work. And I'm sure that will be coming. Might even see some tonight when I get onto it about the preview event tonight. But yeah, I'm very excited. It was such a shadow drop.
It was. That was totally random. I didn't expect to see that either.
And
not only said it to me, I think you said it or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you put it on Insta, and I think Jay even put it on Insta as well. I was like, "What's this?" And then I was shocked. I was shocked to see this.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing. Like, there's shadow drops from Games Workshop, and usually it'd be like something for Space Marine 2 or something like that. But to get this, like,
this
fantastic.
is totally left field.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would never expect them to do a game like this. Never.
Absolutely loved it, though. It's fantastic. Love it. So yeah, there's not much else on that game. And then, as I just said, we move into tonight's preview event. It will be a late one because they're in the US. It's part of the US Open at the moment, the Warhammer tournament. So Eastern Standard Time, it's 7:30 p.m. For us, that's 12:30 a.m. So midnight. I am, by the time it's happened, by the time you see this, but I will be up watching it. There's still some contemplation if I'm going to stream it. So obviously you'll know by now, by the time this goes up, if I stream it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. I think touch wood, this one looks like it's going to be one of those ones where, you know, when I've said to you, there's like, you've seen them, ones where they're flat and then the ones where there's loads of stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a loads of stuff sort of stream. I think there's and especially because they teased it, they had a teaser. I didn't even put this on here. They had a teaser where they had a crate with the Ultramarines logo and blue on it. So there's definitely going to be more Ultramarines, Space Marines at least. They had a box that had Nurgle on it. So that potentially could be 40k or Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
Then they had fireworks, and the fireworks box was Grand Army of Cathay, which is like the Asian-inspired army from Old World.
Never seen that.
That's there as well. There's a box of that, and there's a couple of other bits. So there's quite a few different things, and I managed to kind of summarize some of the stuff that's potentially there. So some of the things to expect is I think we'll get deeper dive into Darkwater, because we've had the 4 main characters now. I think they'll just show the rest of the box, all the enemies that you get and the board and stuff. I think that'll be tonight. There's no reason why it wouldn't at this point.
Save that to the end as well, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Or they'll either start it with that or they'll end it. Because they've done that before where they've started with the stuff I thought they'd end with and ended with the stuff that made no sense. So there's that. Warhammer 40k, I think one of the biggest things is the next, and we've talked about this, is the next part of the grand narrative. So, like the big overarching story, especially because we had the new Calgar model come out with all the new Space Marines and stuff.
Okay.
And because the Ultramarines box is there with a logo, we might not necessarily get new models, but it could be that the next phase of the story of Warhammer 40k could potentially be announced tonight. So that could be interesting. I'm happy for new models, though. I feel like there's still probably a couple more models they need to do. And again, that potentially more faction expansions for 40k. Yeah. And as I said, with the Nurgle stuff, you don't know if that's going to be Age of Sigmar or 40k, because very much in the same breath, Age of Sigmar looks like it's going to have a similar thing where like you're expecting more army kits, more battle tomes, which are the codexes for Warhammer 40k, and there might be more of a narrative for the current setting for Age of Sigmar. We might see more narrative stuff. Just because as much as 40k's had more of it, it's kind of in that phase where I think the next phase of the story for the universe will probably kick in tonight.
Yeah.
Especially end of year, you've got Christmas, all the battle boxes that are going to come out at Christmas next year, at the start of next year, that's when all the narratives, anyway. And then Horus Heresy and Legion Imperialis, Horus Heresy and Legion Imperialis is the small scale Warhammer. Again, we'll probably get new models. I don't know if there'll be much else really there other than like more bits for each of those games. So we'll see what happens there. Then Old World, I would assume we'll see maybe more timelines appear where more events from the Old World will have like units assigned to them, or boxes and stuff like that, right? So we'll probably see that. And then there was something for Necromunda, which is like the gang warfare stuff. And I think we'll probably likely get more scenery. There is a potential we could get a new gang, which sometimes happens whenever Necromunda pops up. There's usually a new gang and then some new terrain that goes with it.
Oh, sick.
So hopefully a pretty big event tonight. If I stay up for it, it better be a good event. It'll probably be about an hour, so I can get away with half one, especially because I'm ahead with my printing for that commission. So if I get up later on the Saturday, it won't hinder me too tough. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. But yeah, that's the preview tonight. Should be cool. We'll see what happens.
I say if he does stream it or record it, maybe it goes up on YouTube this week. So
yeah, I'll probably stick out with this. Yeah, you get the reaction video. Yes. And then last thing from the news before we move on to the models. Not 40k, Trench Crusade.
Okay.
Talked about before. It's my obviously the diorama that I made and stuff like that. They've released their first plastic kit. So up until then, it was all resin. You 3D print it. I have the stuff to 3D print it on my printers. I don't have like physical. You could have bought physical, but I bought the STLs. This is a Prussian Strosstruppen. So, yeah. So Prussian is like, it's like Napoleonic time Prussian, I believe. I don't know how thingy it was. I don't know the time frames for it like in this setting, but yeah, it's a big shift because it's the first plastic kit. And I'll get to it in a second. They're detailed that they're going to do more plastic kits as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll see that turn up hopefully soon. So they're designed by Archon Studios, which, if you know the hobby, they're quite a big studio in the business for developing and making miniatures and stuff like that. And they're working with Fortree Factories, which is also the in-house Trench Crusade team that work on the miniatures and models as well. And they're designed to be modular, easy build, like push fit sort of kits, I think. And they'll have rules and stuff that would be available online for them as well. And I think the cool thing about it is it just makes it a bit more open source for people to get into it, because not everybody has a printer and not everybody wants to pay someone to print. Not everyone, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. Whereas with this, like, you could pick up this one box, and even though it's the Prussians, you could probably still class it as a different faction because they're quite. You'd see it. Again, there'll be a picture anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool kit. And they also, at the same time, outlined 4 types of plastic boxes that they're working on right now.
Okay.
One's a warband box, which makes sense. That's how they did the Kickstarter. So a bit like the Prusians, where you'll get each of the different factions, you'll just get a box that has enough for you to just play a small game. Now, variant boxes, so these will be like alternative and specialized builds and kits and stuff like that. And then we'll have expansion boxes, which is quite obvious. It'll be different bits of terrain, special units. I'm hoping all the units that they had in the Kickstarter, there's a few that I really liked but didn't pick up through it. I'm hoping they come out in plastic, because I'd definitely be interested in picking those up. Not so much because they're in plastic, but just because I didn't do them during the Kickstarter. And then starter sets, much like Games Workshop, you'll probably have a box with 2 factions in it, the scenery and all that sort of stuff. But really cool stuff, Trench Crusade. I'm glad they've had the success where they can start pushing plastic kits out, because I think there was that gate of not everybody wanted to get into the whole 3D printing element, so it kind of hindered it. And I say hindered it, it's probably a minuscule amount because look at the success it had. But yeah, Trench Crusade, pretty cool stuff. And that was all the news. Some pretty interesting stuff from the news.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I told you I had a lot this week.
That was a lot.
And then last, so we'll go through the models. I've got a little bit on these. I kind of shrunk this down because I knew I had a bit more news, so I've shrunk down some of the detailing.
Okay.
These 3 are Stormcast Eternals, so Age of Sigmar, from the Order of Order. But yeah, if you want to pick, and we'll go through.
This dude.
So this chap is a Praetor, Stormcast Praetor. So Praetors are elite guardians, and they usually serve as personal protectors for high-ranking Stormcast Eternal generals and heroes and stuff like that. And their abilities and skills are linked through bonds forged at the Anvil of Apotheoses, where they would typically be created. And again, they're chosen for the reason they're chosen, the particular souls that manifest in these Stormcast Eternals, they're chosen for their personal ties often to like trauma or kinship. So if they've gone through stuff, because Stormcast Eternals are a manifestation of human souls.
Okay.
And it's souls of heroes, like from the old world as well, like heroes, and they manifest in the body and stuff like that. So with the Praetors, they're souls of like heroes that have gone through trauma or kinship that strengthen their bond together, because it's not necessarily one soul in there, it could be several.
Yeah.
So there's that. So that's how they're made. And as you can see, they have massive halberds, and they typically use those to intercept attacks that would typically go towards the hero or high-ranking Stormcast that they're protecting. And they tend to take the toll of that. Like if that hit gets through, they will take the brunt of it rather than the person they're protecting. And their armor's quite imposing, and their loyalty makes them pretty distinct Stormcast Eternal warriors. And being one of them is kind of like a symbol of divine, of having a divine duty, and embodying a protector level of being a Stormcast Eternal.
So it's almost like they've got a point to prove as well, because obviously with the soul, maybe they didn't get to finish, might have unfinished business.
Maybe not for like rank and file Praetors, but yes, that can happen in some Stormcast Eternals. Like some of that old stuff does come through, which is why you have different hero units, because some of them have unique, yeah, you're right. And again, you know how it works. Like you can pick the story. You could have a normal rank and file squad of Praetors, but one of the, like you could customize it and put bits on it so it looks like it's got a bit more personality. Do you know what I mean? So you are right in that sense, yeah.
That's cool, man. I like it. I like the design of it.
Who next?
Let's pick up the guy with the sword. Let's take the front guy to.
You're doing this in order of what I've listed them as. So this is this is a Stormcast Eternal Vanquisher, and they're elite great sword infantry. As you can see, they have a big 2-handed sword. Yes. They are chosen for their spiritual attunement and their deadly precision with that weapon, and they're clad in Thunderstrike armor. So there's a couple of different rankings of armor.
So is this the sword? Sorry, the sword that woman would have that you just described earlier? I can't remember her name.
Yes, I guess, yeah. Maybe not a Stormcast one, but it would be a 2-handed weapon like that, yeah. If you want for visualizing, yeah. And yeah, and the blade is a Celestium forged blade. So again, it's just another way how it's manufactured. And typically what they do is they'll meditate before battle to kind of align with their weapon, to be in tune with how the weapon moves. You know, like martial arts where they're
one with.
Yeah, it's like the weapon is an extension of their arm more so than it is anything else. And they have uncanny accuracy. So I guess some people would look at it and be like, that's a bit I'm surprised they can hit that thing in that way, but it's because they're so attuned with the weapon.
With it, yeah, so however they move their arm, whatever the strikes are going to be, it's pure.
And so because of that, they're typically seen as braggarts, which is kind of like just big-headed, like, oh yeah, I'm the it man type of attitude. But yeah, they excel. They're good at horde removal because of the weapon they have. It would probably take out a couple of orcs together. And they tend to do a lot of counter-charging, similar to cavalry. And they tend to add a bit of flair to combat. So when you have them and you're playing with them, they add a bit more flair to your typical rank
behind
and
your
file.
front line, just behind. They wouldn't be
Yeah,
really
I guess
front
so.
line.
No, the next model would be the front line type of stuff. You'd have these units in reserve to do specific tasks.
These would be okay. So that one being reserved.
Yeah, well, that one would typically be with another hero or the general of the army you're running. These guys are specialists, like, so you'd probably, like, I don't know, if you're fighting the orcs and they've got like a horde of Gretchen, you'd probably want to send them to deal with the Gretchen because they can take out vast numbers effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, those are Vanquishers. They're pretty cool.
Vanquishers, yeah, it's cool.
And then last but not least, this is a Liberator. Stormcaster Terminal Liberator. These are as it says there, the stalwart front line of Sigmar's army warriors. You know, they are rank and file. They have heavy armor. They wield heavy hammers, like two-handed hammers, or they have
sledgehammer.
Yeah, or is this the one that's you'll have ones where they have a shield and a smaller hammer.
Okay.
So they've always got hammers, basically, and they tend to hold the line against all enemies, and even against overwhelming odds, they will be at the front defending it and trying to hold the line. And their spiritual background, they're forged to just endure and protect everyone and everything that is part of Sigmar's dealio, I guess is the best way to say it.
It's just got souls embedded as well, like
all Stormcaster souls.
Souls, okay.
All Stormcaster souls. And their formations, that their resolve is great. They don't, they won't back down. They're trained and created to take enemy charges, maintain cohesion within a unit, not really break down and like flee or anything like that. And they will do that so that more specialized units can do their thing. So again, like the Vanquishers, you might have the Secretors taking on the general army of orcs. But the Vanquishers, like I said, like they might be going to take out some Gretchens to help relieve the front line and its attack. So they're, as I said, rank and file is what they do. And when people see them, like people feel like they're protected, even in the cities. Like you have the cities of Sigmar and the soldiers in there. But like when someone sees, it's like Space Marines. When you see a Space Marine, you're like people. Well, maybe not so much Space Marines in 40k, but when you see a Space Marine or a Liberator, you're going to be like, okay, we're going to be all right. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what their presence does. And yeah, they're just the bedrock of any army. You'd have some of these in an army no matter what.
Okay.
So, and also to point out, this one is the old style because you'll notice between the other two, it's a bit chunkier than the other two.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's the older model. You know when I said they've retconned all of the old models? He's an older Liberator. The new Liberators are a bit more slender.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the three models. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, appreciate it. That was good.
Yeah. That's it. I think you can take us through gaming.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Transition into the gaming, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's been a crazy last 2 weeks in gaming pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Won't go too much, but I'll pick out some of the key things over the last 2 weeks pretty much what's been going on. But before we dive into that, as always, start off with what you've been playing this week.
This is a question, ain't it? BullX Pit, obviously. I streamed it.
The stream was crazy.
Well, when we got the Nosferatu ball, you saw what happened, all the damage it was doing and stuff. We unlocked loads of stuff in that stream as well. But yeah, BullX Pit, I'm going to 100% it. I said it in the stream. I think I'm going to endeavour to get all the achievements. I think it's doable because a lot of it is just time sync. It's not so much like really convoluted ways of doing stuff. It's just I have to hit a certain amount of things to unlock an achievement. So I think I'll do that.
I would want to play it, but I just don't like the base building stuff.
The base building, once you've done it a little bit, look at how.
I think that's what it's put me off the game.
You've got to try
I'll have
it.
fun just doing whatever, knocking out the enemies and do whatever. But
trust me, once you get the hang of you realise what the base buildings do, because a lot of them are passive buildings. The only ones that aren't passive are the ones that buff, your attacks. And what I found is when I buffed the initial buildings you get that buff your units, I was ahead for damage for the few levels after. So once you get the hang around that, my layout, when I've looked online, my layout is nowhere near what these people are doing on YouTube and stuff like that. But you've seen, like you saw earlier on when we was at mine, like it's still an efficient.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? So I would try it. If you haven't, and you've got Xbox in particular, it's obviously on Steam, and I'm pretty sure on Play, and it's on Switch too.
It's on Switch too.
Yeah.
Bloody, I didn't even know it was on Switch.
Yeah. There's a trailer for it the other day.
Oh, okay.
Give it a try because it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's very addicting.
Yeah.
And then Arc Raiders.
Got upgraded yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really cool. And from someone who played Marathon, Bungie have a lot of work to do.
That's what I was saying, but obviously yesterday as well, like the difference between both games, like
there's the vibe and the atmosphere,
insane, yeah.
Like the difference is in Marathon, I wanted to get back to base because I didn't want to get killed by someone else. But with Ark, I just want to get back to base just to get the equipment back. But like from I want the stuff back, not from I'm worried about someone taking me out sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
And the encounters we've had, I mean, obviously, how much I played about maybe 3 or 4 games.
I must have played 12 games now because I think the spaceport is 12.
Because I unlocked the first.
Yeah,
area,
and I think the spaceport is 12, so it must be about 12 for me.
Yeah, so the encounters I've had, very good. Apart from 2. Yeah, apart from 2. Which
well,
is
one is like a 50-50 though.
It's true.
But I get why you'd say.
Yeah, because you don't expect it. Like, especially a game like that, I'm not expecting to be greeted with such a like almost like, as they said in America, like Southern hospitality. Like everyone's like, "Hi, what's going on?" Like, it's weird.
So basically, what has happened is this was like what, a third game. Third game. We dropped in, do a business. I gave Sean. I had some stuff to give Sean, which is partly why it's a 50-50 bad encounter because he got bumped off, but we won't go into that. So we were going to do another thing, and then we go into build. And we heard people, we see it, and there's 2 guys come out of a building. We're friendly, blah, blah, it's fine. We go in, and me and Sean were like, we can hear people, like, there's people having full-blown conversations.
Yeah.
So we put proximity chat, and I was like, we're friendly, we're coming through, blah, 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 fine. It then turned into like a 7-man, 8-man squad.
Literally a house party.
Yeah, we were just jamming. Yeah, and then like this guy was like, "Oh, there's a spider over there, one of the robot spiders." He shot, and then we couldn't get. And then we were like, "Let's go down." When I tell you the exit lift, there was 8 of us on this exit lift. The spider came from the stratosphere, like it came from space. It landed. This guy's going, "Ah!" Do you know what I mean? Like he's proper like, and then it was chasing him. No wonder he was screaming. It was chasing him. Do you know what I mean?
I was like, what?
But it was great. And then I'm sad we evac'd, but I think it's because the lift automatically shuts. We got caught in the evac.
Did it automatically?
Yeah, it does.
Didn't press it.
That lift auto shuts after 2 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got to be careful of that because that's why, when I've said to you not to call the lift and stuff, it's only because it will close on itself.
Okay.
So you got to be careful of that. So like when you're being chased and stuff, if you hide.
So what, if you miss that one, you can go to another. You have to.
No, you can recall at the same lift, but look how long it takes.
Yeah, it takes long.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like when you're trying to get off, it takes long. If you're like just la 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 la, don't matter. But yeah, the encounter was great.
That was insane.
It was like I even said to the people we were playing with, I was like, if this was any other game like this, we'd have been dead 10 minutes ago.
Would have been dead. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have been cooked.
Full gunfight.
Yeah. Literally. So it's pretty good so far. I'm
It's weird. It's like you play Fortnite or something like that, and someone might do like a dance emote in front of you, like to be friendly, whatever. Might drop you some weapons or whatever, some chug or whatever. You think, okay, cool, and then they just get shot in the back 2 seconds. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, cooked.
This one, everyone's having a conversation. Everyone's all discussing where they've been, probably what they're, what they're looking for.
Dinner and
it was just wild. It was wild to see it. And then obviously the second to last game there, when we was in the
those 2 idiots
in the woods part, and then the guy just snuck up behind us, and then
they
just
camped.
Killed the hell out. Yeah,
they just camped an area that people were going to go to. So they're literally prying on people not being necessarily prepared for that to happen.
I was definitely not prepared for that.
I know you weren't. You was looking at me. I just saw the gunfire and I was like, oh, crap.
I thought it was another robot. I thought it was another one of them floor robots that was shooting. Well, it was
they're
doing whatever, like shooting me or whatever. So I didn't know.
But that type of game is expected.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be friendly. Yeah, it's good. I really enjoy it. Arc Raiders.
The whole map. Well, obviously we played on one map. the art, like everything about it.
Looks
the
great. The game looks,
visuals, everything. It's a really stunning game. Highly recommend it. I mean, obviously, I've only played it for one for one night, but I would recommend this to people to play. It is fun.
And I haven't. I would say Battlefield, but I've been busy doing the commission printing, so I haven't actually played that much. So I was playing Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
just because I'd watched Band of Brothers and then felt like I wanted to kill the particular enemy that we were facing. So I don't know how saying it, but yeah, the enemy in Wolfenstein, I had an urge to kill them.
Sudden urge.
Yeah, sudden urge. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Yeah, obviously I jumped on same thing. Played Battlefield 6 this week. Been playing a lot, dailies and obviously doing the battle pass and stuff like that. So been doing quite a lot on that, and also obviously I was explaining to you before, Battlefield 6 obviously on PlayStation, so you can download the Red Sec with the Gauntlet on PlayStation for free. PlayStation owners get free gifts in the store as well, extra gifts that
if they've got subscription though.
If they got subscription. Well, obviously Xbox owners do not get.
Anything.
So yeah, so obviously I've been loading onto my PlayStation, getting the free gifts, then going back to my Xbox, which obviously unlocks everything on there. So if you want to do that quick little hack, go for it. Also this week quickly, I finished Ninja Gaiden 4. I absolutely, I would say love the game. It was a very good game. It was a very good game. I gave it an 8 out of 10. We saw my reviews on Instagram and stuff. I gave it 8 out of 10. The story was great. Sometimes it kind of was a bit flat in certain areas. I think the main thing that kind of carried that game is the combat, because obviously getting the new weapons, the combos, and obviously unlocking all the stuff like that is quite crazy. Like it's intense. Sometimes I said to you, the combat does drag out. Like you can clear a room, next minute they spawn about 50 more come back, and it's just like you're continuously. But it's, I think that's the whole point of that game. Like just the battling system in that game is just so intense. Like a Devil May Cry and stuff like that. Like you got to keep just battling just hordes of enemies at the time. The graphics, like visuals, decent. Could have been a bit better. Like especially with the rain of certain animations and like the environments and stuff. They could have played that a lot better. But all in all, I think it's definitely a good game to get into. Obviously, you got the two Yakumo. I forgot the guy's name. Ryu, is it Ryu?
Ryu.
Yeah. I've almost forgot his name for a second. Yeah, you got them. Obviously, two characters. You'll jump between them in the story. So, definitely give it a try if you haven't. It's on Game Pass as well. But it should be on a thing on everything as well. PlayStation's.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Let's give that a try. All right, transitioning into the news. I think I'll start with the biggest news, which happened yesterday, because what's today? 7th of November.
Yeah.
Happened yesterday, 6th of November. This happened even last night. We was just at home and get the message that GTA 6 is delayed again. No surprise. I think me and my other friend, we've been calling this for so long as well. Like we've been saying, May's not going to happen. We've been saying it for so long. Me and my friend were saying, May's not happening. And then as soon as I got it on my phone, I was actually on the phone with him. And I've said to him, like, we was right.
Yeah.
And we just had to have a half an hour conversation about this as well. But yes, it got delayed. It is, instead of the May release, they've actually pushed it back now to November 19th.
It's a big delay.
Or Thursday. It says on their thing, it says Thursday, 19th of November, 2026. Yeah, it actually says that on their press thing.
Bit specific.
I was shocked as well.
That's a bit specific.
But yeah, obviously, how do you feel about the delay? Are you
don't care.
shocked or anything? Or are you...
I'm not really that bothered, to be honest.
Not really fussed.
I think GTA is like an enigma now. So like I'll be excited when it comes out and we see more stuff. I think it looks cool and I'm excited. I'm excited for a new GTA, sure, but I think like we haven't seen anything of the game. So to be disappointed in a delay of something we haven't really seen, I'd be more disappointed if we get to May and then it moves again and it's not November, then I'd be disappointed because I feel like by the time May rolls around, we should have got at least some form of gameplay, like proper gameplay, not like the stuff they've already shown.
Yeah.
So no, the delay doesn't bother me all that tough right now.
Because I said to my friend even yesterday, I said the same thing. I don't think it's coming out November. I think there's one more delay.
You think?
Yeah, I do think there's one more delay, and it's going to come out next year after that, which is going to coincide with the new boxes coming out for Xbox and PlayStation. Because I think that's what they're looking for.
I don't think that matters. Do you know why? Because they'd released it on 360, knowing that the Xbox One stuff was coming out.
I get it.
I don't think that would be a play.
I think they would.
No, because they want to sell the units, they're going to want to make sure it comes out on this gen. Because not everyone's going to pick up this new gen crap that's going to come out. Think about it, because they didn't have to release it on 360. The 5 on 360, and they did.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Because 360 was yalla. Do you know what I mean? It was whatever. So I get your point. Yes, I get your point, but I don't think for the new console is a reason why they would do it.
Or what they do, obviously, they will launch it obviously on this gen now. Then the next gen is probably going to get a crazy
re-release.
buff.
Yeah.
Like
That's what they'll do. I reckon they'll release it. I reckon November will happen. It will be out until the summer of 27. They'll announce whenever all the new stuff
consoles,
comes out. They'll announce GTA whatever for the 6. Up school premium, whatever they want to call it, and then that will come out in
8K. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then that will come out in 28.
Okay.
That's what I think.
But in saying that, obviously now, they've been pushed back to November. It's kind of thrown the rest of the games that were going to come out into a tiz. So
That's
now,
what happens.
where you're looking at, say like Crimson Desert, 007, Saros, they were all planning like March and April releases. Do you think they'll get changed? Because I think probably maybe one or two of them might.
I think the only one that wouldn't change is 007. I think the others would change.
I feel like that will.
No.
Because that demo that we watched, it was okay.
No,
but
I get
feel
it,
like
but
they'll still need to do more work on that.
I don't think they'll move because the IP it's associated with, not so much of the game itself. I think the other two, like, I mean, it's easy for me to say because I don't play like Crimson Desert and stuff, so who cares? But no, that's what I'm saying. But if you think of like us as intelligence in the industry, James Bond as an IP could probably sell itself regardless of GTA, because there's some people that wouldn't pick GTA up and would get James Bond. Whereas with Crimson Desert and stuff, are those games really going to risk that? No, I don't see them being able to do that.
But then obviously you got even towards the end of the year, like around October time, Wolverine and stuff. Does that?
No, Wolverine. No, that Wolverine.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no way Wolverine will get affected by GTA.
Do you think it will move a little bit?
No.
Come out earlier? No?
I think Wolverine's fine. People wanted Wolverine
for so long. Yeah.
For so long. Maybe not as long as GTA 6, but everyone wants the next GTA whenever the other one comes out. But Wolverine's been wanted for so long and so anticipated. I think it'd be all right.
I hear you on that. But then here's another play. Microsoft, obviously Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Forza typically comes out around them times,
Mm-hmm.
November. Fable, when would that come out?
Oh, forget Fable. That's Fable's cooked, mate. Forget Fable. Fable is cooked beyond belief, dude. Let's not even talk about Fable. Forza, however, again, I think is another game that would be all right, because the only reason they've done Japan is because people asked for it.
Yeah.
So again, it's another game where like Forza people ask for the area, so the people that have asked for it will pick Forza up, and Game Pass is there. So to be brutally honest, Forza and Fable don't even count because people can download it.
All right. If there's a new Halo, I don't know if there's going to be a new Halo.
Halo doesn't count. It's on Game Pass. Those games don't count.
What about Gears of War?
Games don't count. They're on Game Pass. It doesn't count.
No, but obviously it's still going to affect some kind of.
It doesn't. Trust me. Those games that will not change because they're not affected by the sales margin. Trust me.
If no one's getting Game Pass or anything like that.
No, because people already have Game Pass. They've got PC Pass and Game Pass Ultimate and Pass and the Pass.
Yeah, they might have the core version, not the ultimate.
Oh wait,
dude, a different package stuff.
My guy, if they've got the core version, they were never playing those games anyway.
Well, it might have filtered down later on.
Don't wind me up. But the games that come out on Game Pass, I don't think are going to be that affected because they bar PlayStation. But then, if you go by that logic with Wolverine, those 3 games, I'd be scared if those 3 games were coming out when Wolverine was coming out. There's no way if specifically PlayStation
This is what I'm saying.
are going to pick those 3 games up when Wolverine's there.
Moves. That's what I'm saying. If Wolverine moves into one of them directions of one of them games, then yeah, it's going to be cooked.
Don't you think one of those 3 games are going to cause problems for Wolverine? You're cooked. No way.
Wolverine's going to be a big game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Halo isn't going to affect it. Forza isn't going to affect it. And Gears of War isn't going to affect it. Those 3 games will not affect it.
Gears is like a big
Absolutely
game.
not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You don't think
No,
Gears
I
is a big
don't.
game?
I don't. Do you want to know why I don't think it's a big game?
Why?
Because if it was such a big fucking game, they wouldn't have done all the shit they're doing with Xbox. That's why I don't think it's such a big game.
Well, that's Xbox. That's Microsoft transitioning.
Don't use my spiel on me. Don't use my spiel on me. As I said, because of the Game Pass option for those 3, I don't know if they necessarily affect it that maybe yes, but I don't think those 3 will affect it as significantly as like a GTA would. But even saying that, again, like I said with Forza people ask for that area, so for it to sell on PlayStation but then it again. Yeah. People on Xbox have asked for it because it was on Xbox, but the people on PlayStation haven't asked for Tokyo. No. People on Xbox had asked for Tokyo. Do you know what I mean? I think 007 of the 2, 007 would be more likely to move if we were talking about Wolverine and 007. 007 would be more likely to move over Wolverine.
Yeah,
I think Wolverine. When you think the amount of PlayStations in customers' hands is 2-1 to an Xbox, even 3-1. I think in some territories to an Xbox. Wolverine doesn't need to move for GTA at all.
I think it would.
Think about it. It's like because it's a specific platform, and as I said, PlayStation. I mean, I know we should talk about PC. I apologize, but let's just talk about consoles for a minute because again, GTA 5 wasn't out on PC straight away, and I don't even think 6.
They're talking about this as well. Same thing. It's going to get delayed on PC.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. And even obviously the online as well, because the online's going to push back as well. That when they're going to figure out to launch that.
So you talk about consoles. As I said, I think Wolverine is less likely to move. 007, if you talk about those 2, 007 would move over Wolverine, but I don't think Wolverine's because there's more PlayStations in the world to have Wolverine over GTA or have both anyway.
Okay.
Using my spiel on me with Gears, you son of a bitch.
I had to. I felt it was like already just. But also was obviously with the GTA stuff, Rockstar. They've actually just laid off 30 to 40 employees as well from their positions. Apparently, from Rockstar describes as them leaking confidential information in a public forum, which is over Discord, there's a bunch of them in Discord, apparently. Well, I think they were trying to unionize. It was people from obviously from UK and Canada as well. So
I think it was like, do you remember that a little while ago? You might not see it. I think it must be over a month now. There's a little bit of footage online, and it was supposedly leaked from someone internal, and it was just a guy walking.
Yeah, I saw
it. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about.
That. Bloody hell.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, that was the article I read said that it was leaked in a forum.
Oh, okay.
And all the
I just seen that online. I was like, I didn't know where it came from.
Yeah. Think about all the other little snippets of leaks and stuff. I'm sure most of that's come from a forum. Now, I'm all for workers' rights and stuff, but if they've broken their terms of service by leaking stuff like that,
they've got no leg to stand on. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And if it was that bad, where was the union before they got fired? Because unions are supposed to help prior and after the fact, not just at the end.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, by the way. So where was the union at that build-up to say, it's easy for a union to kick in after the fact. Yeah. It's not like TFL. The unions are working all the time trying to get them. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's all a bit of a weird.
Yeah. As I said, GTA, November now, 19th. And I'll move to the next little bit quickly. Talking of Halo. Halo Campaign Evolved.
Yeah.
Got shown, obviously they had the Halo Championships, and then they showed obviously the new campaign from obviously Halo 1. And they showed off the level 3, the Silent Cartographer level from the original Halo game, all in Unreal 5, which are pretty good. Obviously ground up remake. Looks incredible, like the whole visuals, everything looks stunning. Apparently got reworked dialogue as well in there as well, so see how that goes. Obviously, I think I might play the first one again, like just to see when I play the new one, like what's going on, if they've changed anything slightly here and there. This is the major part which came from that. To be fair, the 3 missions of prequel campaign missions between Chief and Sergeant Johnson. So that's going to be fun to find out how their relationship or story.
I imagine that will be set in some part with Contact Harvest book, because that's all about Sergeant Johnson.
Okay.
Like prior to the Covenant War. So you have Contact Harvest and potentially Ghosts of Onyx.
Okay.
Because Ghosts of Onyx is like a bit in the books is like a big. It was probably one of the most significant battles for the UNSC because the Mark II Spartans, it was like a massacre. So it could potentially be those 2 books. They would make the most sense.
Okay.
Especially Contact Harvest, because that specifically has Johnson in it as part of the story. I haven't fully read it, so I don't know if the link with him and Chief for that, but they're probably going to get inspo at least from that, I reckon.
Okay. I can't wait to definitely play the 3 new missions with that. It's going to have 2-player split screen co-op as well, 4-player online co-op as well, which is incredible. Also, a little change here. The Warthog will now have a 4th seat in it as well, so you can, which is quite crazy. So no one's getting left behind. You can also as well hijack and board vehicles like you used to do in Halo 2. So they pushed that to Halo 1, this one as well now. Also as well, new to it, pick up enemy weapons. Any enemy weapons that they may drop, you can pick them up straight away. Kind of downside, we spoke about it, no multiplayer. Is what it is. Just to get the campaign. Sorry, guys. I think the campaign should be enough. Obviously, people will probably do it how many times anyway, just different difficulty levels, legendary. And
I guess they just want to sell Halo on PlayStation, don't they, really?
Yeah. They just want to get Master Chief out there, I guess. I think that's what it is. Just get his name out there on the console and expect more in future, I guess, other games. They've added new hidden skulls as well. There's going to be a lot more skulls to find. It was always fun finding them skulls like way up.
Just random places.
Just proper random.
Yeah.
Also, the sprint options. Sprint is now option, so you can turn it on and off. You can full sprint without, do you know what I mean? No stopping kind of thing. Turn it off if you want as well. You don't have to have it on. And I guess what we just spoke about is coming to PS5. Which is insane. I feel sad when they said it.
It's the nail in the coffin.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
It is the nail, because we talked about it, didn't we? Like, Halo's the most significant of all the IPs.
It was the face. It was the start of Xbox.
Yeah.
It was the start of it.
I knew it. When Bungie stopped developing Halo, I knew it'd be the end.
It was only a matter of time.
And Reach, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. We've talked about that 100 times.
But yeah, Halo Campaign Evolved is coming out sometime next year. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yep.
Another quick little bit of news here. We had an Idea Xbox showcase. So a load of indie games. I think it was about an hour long. The show.
It was about that. Yeah,
about close to an hour. There was loads of stuff being shown from like Ungodly, 33 Immortals, like DLC stuff, updates. Darkwood 2, Don't Fret, Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, versus Invincible.
Yes, yeah, that's cool.
The trading card simulator, the trading card shop simulator.
Yeah,
yeah,
already wishlisted.
That's on the wish list. It's a shame it's only 1 player as well. It's only a single player game.
It is.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a multiplayer thing.
We'd have been cooking on that, boy.
Oh, trust me, that'd have been so sick. Unless they do an update later on.
Yeah, maybe.
Make it multiplayer, that'd be good. I think I can't pronounce it. Apollonian. Do you remember see that game? It was like a space game with a guy in a.
Maybe I
don't think it's like Dead Space. That's what I'm thinking in my head, but I don't think it was. But it looked really good. That was my favorite of the show when I watched it. But yeah, there's quite a lot. You can check it out online now. You can just go back and watch the whole show.
There's even a page on the dashboard on Xbox as well that's got all the games.
Yeah,
as well.
Definitely, yeah, on the dashboard. It's there. Probably last little bit here. Pokemon TCG Pocket to celebrate this obviously 1 year anniversary of the game. So obviously got a new set, Mega Rising set, which is like three new 3 packs deck, like 3 packs to the deck kind of thing. There's like over 200 cards to collect on it. It's been pretty fun. Obviously, they've added loads of stuff, like little events in the game as well. So where people missed out on the promos for the whole year, there's a whole promo section now. You can battle, get all the promos back again if you missed some. They've taken away the ranking for this month, so there's no rank mode this month at the moment. But they've added just today the Mega Rising little event, so you get the badges, like badge event. So you're still facing versus online, but it's just collecting the badges. So it's getting wins in a row, basically, like 5 wins in a row, whatever, to get a max badge. But yeah, there's been obviously just different promotions, stuff like special cards are dropping and stuff like that as well. So check it out if you haven't checked it out.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it for the news from me.
Yeah, that's it. I told you there was a lot of tabletop this week. So.
Yeah, there was a lot of tabletop this week. That's good. Probably next week I was get more gaming stuff because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I probably news-wise, I'll probably just cover the preview if nothing else comes up in the week.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. And say appreciate you guys listening and following along with us every week. You can check us out on our socials. Gaming Party Pro for the gaming parties. Starline Forge.
All your tabletop needs.
There you go. Catch us on Spotify. The videos are on Spotify as well, so you can tune in on video or just listen to audio. It's up to you. They are there. Please give us a 5-star rating on there as well. Appreciate that so much from you guys. We are on YouTube as well. So all the videos are going up on YouTube. And every Thursday as well, we're streaming on Twitch. I think this week it might be me as well.
Yes,
so,
I'm a little busy, aren't I, this week?
So this week I think it's my turn taking over the Twitch channel. So I'm still going to contemplate which game to play, but I'll let you know ahead of time on my socials and stuff like that. So keep an eye out. But yeah, until next week, guys.
See you later.
Peace.